Hi, my name is Brittany. I am going to give you an overview of chapters 5 and 6 of the information that I've gathered from those two chapters. I'm going to speak a little bit about the DIA, and I'm also going to be speaking about NHD and promissory acts. So these are some of the key facts that I gathered from these chapters that I would like to go over or share with you. Um, Going over chapter 5, I would like to go over the DIA. And going over the DIA in chapter 5, it is basically called the Disclosure Information Advisory, also known as the DIA. And this is introduced to real estate property disclosure advisories. The section in real estate advisories is going to speak on the disclosures and how they're pretty much used and what they're used for, um, when to use them, when not to use them, and also just to say on how highly recommended that the sellers of the disclosures can affect information that is not knowledgeable to the disclosure or even brought to um, pass, so that anything that's harmful or hazardous needs to be brought up front, pertaining to disclosures. It's very mandatory that it is done. There's laws and requirements for about 6 hazards to be disclosed in the secretaries of call or called the National Hazard Disclosure Statements. The promissory acts um, pretty much go over of what the contracts are used for and when should you use them, how to properly attain the promissory acts, which branches would be acceptable for those, and just how to use them in legal terminology, and, and which parties should use them and when it's not necessary to be used. In each of these chapters that is being summarized, give a great deal of information and education, which each contact can be used in various situations. Um, like, for instance, through chapter 5, the DIA, and in chapter 6, the Promissory Acts. So, all of this information is pretty much knowledgeable. So when you are trying to purchase a home or when you are trying to write up certain contracts, you'll know exactly how it's broken down, how it's used, and what it's used for, the main purpose of them, and what you can do with them. And I hope some of this information was pretty helpful to help you know what, when, and how to use them. Okay, thank you.